I'm Avery Bond. I'm majoring in costume construction at Webster University. I'm being interviewed because I identify as a demi-girl, which basically means I don't quite identify as a girl, but I don't really identify as a boy either. It's as if this is the gender spectrum, this is boy, this is girl, this is gender fluid, I'm somewhere in this area. It actually all started when I entered a talent show freshman year of high school, and I was going to sing Let It Go, but for some reason, I can't even remember why, I wanted to do it in costume. But again, frozen, brand new, no adult costumes on the market yet, so I decided to make my own. I do a lot of cosplay, which is, it's like making costumes, but it's for specific movies, TV shows, and it's usually extremely accurate. Like, if there is beading in the shape of a flower on there, you get that exact shape beading flower. What cosplaying as the opposite gender is usually called is crossplay. And crossplay was kind of part of what kind of started making me come to the realization that I may not be entirely female. And so it was, the way it works is sometimes, you know, when I dressed up in crossplay, I thought, you know, this feels a little weird, but it's fun. But then other days, you know, I just felt totally comfortable in those costumes. And so then I thought, you know, is my gender really a fluctuating gender potentially? And so I never really got to that conclusion until a few years later, but it kind of planted the seeds of what really is my gender identity. I'm not quite sure whether I can define it as dysphoria or not, but there was a lot of times when I was younger and I didn't really identify as a demi-girl, and I thought, am I really me? And I was just kind of like, maybe this is dysphoria, which dysphoria is a term in the trans and gender fluid community for kind of feeling almost depression around the fact that you don't feel like you identify. And so having that dysphoria, it definitely has been a lot lessened now that I really identify as a demi-girl. I absolutely feel that Webster does a good job of representing the LGBT community, helping me be who I am. The LGBT Alliance here, I think, is absolutely fantastic. Fortunately, I've been very lucky to be in communities that are very accepting most of my life, and I have a very accepting family, but occasionally I'll run into someone who's like, well, doesn't that basically make you a girl? And you know, then I try to explain it to them because, you know, understanding. But then I've had some people who just, you know, think it's weird, some people who think it's wrong. I've been told I'm going to go to hell a few times. I think acceptance of gender fluidity, it varies from person to person. I think it's a matter of how willing you are to educate yourself. I think that there's understanding, there's trying to understand, and then there's just not being open-minded at all.